hands rattle like applause. I swallow shirts in yesterday. Detergent smiles neon blue. Promises the stains away. You close the door, you trust the drum like I've done this once or twice. Water rises, doubt dissolves. Spin cycle confidence. Spin cycle confidence. Round and right, I shake the worries loose all night. If pressure makes the pattern clean, then let it bend. Spin cycle confidence. Cold turns warm, warm turns brave. Buttons blinking, fluent lies. I remix socks with destiny. Pairings no one recognizes. I rock the room, I keep the beat. Concrete floor, count me in. Let it clatter, that's the work. Spin cycle confidence. Hold tight. Gentle lessons, I promise it. Cycle confidence. Cycle. Loaded wrong, loaded full. Trust the math of centrifugal. If it tangles, that's okay. Order comes after spray. Rinse repeats with soul. Forgot forgiveness on a timer. You wait nearby, scrolling, hope I hum a minor. When I click to done, you smile back like we both won. Clean isn't perfect, it's finished. Oh, cycle confidence. Cycle confidence. Spin cycle confidence with steady door opens, steam lifts ready, it's ready. Posters peeling by the stairs, arrows pointing everywhere. We memorize the exits once, then never ask from where. Sirens sleep inside the walls, chairs know how to move. Calm is taught in simple steps, we learn them all too soon. Stay in line, don't improvise. Safety has a script. We practice the fire drill too well. Walked out before the smoke, held the door, counted heads, joked the careful jokes. If danger ever shows its face, it won't surprise us. Then we practice the fire drill too well. Clipboards check us off as fine. Attendance over fear. Someone says false alarm again. Reliever rehearsed as cheer. The map is taped beside the clock. Bright, official, clear. I wonder what we'd do if the fire was real. Preparation feels like control until it's not. We practice the fire drill too well, knew when not to stand. Left behind the things we love because the rules demand. If survival's just compliance, we can do that part. Oh, we practice the fire drill too well. Stop, drop, roll, say the words, play the role. When instinct knocks, we answer. not the heat. Yeah. Back inside, the lights resume. The air pretends it's new. Someone laughs a little loud, like laughter proves the truth. I sit in my assigned desk, exit at my back, thinking how we're ready for emergencies we lack. Readiness can't hide. Dance, we practice the fire drill too well. I know the route by heart, but knowing how to leave a room isn't knowing when to start. If courage ever needs a break from doing what it's told, we practice the fire drill too well. Bell rings, class continues. Ooh, no smoke. Yeah. River holds its breath at dawn, still lived and young. Cars wait like unfinished thoughts, engines hum, then stop. A go lapse at the line, like it knows another time. Schedules crack at the end. The bridge open for no one, just sky inside, all the reasons backed up. On either side, if movement needs permission to hesitate, the bridge open for no one. A cyclist checks the weather twice, shrugs at the post. Coffee cools in paper cups, no one applauds. Boats slide through with nothing planned. They don't wave, they don't land. Waiting isn't empty, it's full. The bridge opens for no one, and that was fine. We learned the shape of patience, by standing in line. If progress ever needs a rest to recalibrate, bridge open for no one. Up goes the span, down goes the noise. A minute without forward or choice. What passes through doesn't explain. What stays behind learns a name. Eventually the steel returns, clicks into place. Traffic exhale finds its lane, like nothing changed. But something did, just out of view. I felt it too. Resuming isn't proof of sameness. The bridge open for no one. I moved again, not because I had to be, because I can. If pauses teach the road how to behave, the bridge open for no one. Bell rings, water keeps going. So do we go. Water keeps going. So do we. Digital red on the bedside table, stares like it wants to argue. I blink once, it blinks back like we're even now. The room holds its breath between numbers. Time likes to pretend patience is a contest I didn't rehearse. The clock blinked first, clock blinked first. Minutes stack like thin excuses on pick up every plan I made last night is still asleep. The tick I expect never comes, just like changing shape. Accuracy has moved, clock blinked first. Lost its stare for a moment, the future wasn't there. If deadlines are just theirs in reverse, the clock blinked first, clock blinked first. Hold still, count nothing, let the second miss his cue. If time slips, don't catch it, see what happens, see what happens without you. Eventually the numbers settle into agreement. Morning leaks around the edges, unannounced. I stand up not because it's time, but because I am reading this is eternal. The clock blinked first, I smile back. Whatever race I was in just cracked. If the day wants to start, it can ask. The clock blinked first, clock blinked first. Mirrors multiply my face, buttons glow like small dares. I press the number I've memorized, lights up and stares. The doors in hell, the cable hums, a quiet upward vote. I feel the weight of where I'm from in every code. Movement, promises, arrival. The elevator skipped my floor on purpose. Kept going like it knew there was nothing waiting there that I should do. If progress isn't stopping when you expect, the elevator skipped my floor on purpose. Stranger smells like rain and plans, we don't exchange a word. Numbers pass like borrowed years, unheard. I rehearse the exit in my head. Grip loosens, tightens more. The bell rings wrong, the door's part, not my floor. Control is optional here. The elevator skipped my floor on purpose. No apology, it carried me past something they used to. Between the floors, ooh, nothing breaks if I jump. I choose if I stay. Ooh. Higher up the hallways, quiet like it forgave the ride. I step out lighter than before. Unclassified behind me, doors closed carefully like this was planned. I don't look back to check which floor I am in. Destinations change without notice. The elevator skipped my floor on purpose, and I'm okay. Not every door you practice for is yours that day. If where I land feels unfamiliar, so be it. The elevator skipped my floor wrote, here it says politely, like paper under suspense. Step one leads to step two, assuming steady hands. The diagram smiles confidently, missing half the truth. I lay the parts out on the floor, already doubting you. Clear steps on clear life. I argued with the instructions, not out loud, but in my head they promised me an outcome. I just wanted it to end. If clarity came numbered, I'd still get lost. I argue with the instructions since you tighten until snug. It claims, what does snug even mean? The screw resists like it has pride. The picture looks serene. I follow arrows, skip a note, invent a better way. By the time I reach the middle, nothing looks the same. Precision assumes agreement. I argued with the instructions, line by line. Every simple step felt personal this time. If understanding was intuitive, I trusted more. I argue with the instruction, yeah. Flip it over, know the other side. Why are there extra pieces? Who decides if this breaks? Call support. If it works, call it skill. In the end, it mostly stands a shape I can't defend. Not what they showed on page 6, but close enough to sit. I step back, check stability. It doesn't fall apart. Sometimes done is just a place to start. Completion is negotiated. I argue with instruction, and we tied what they wanted wasn't wrong, just simplified. If life came with better diagrams, I'd still pause. I argue with the instructions. Manual closed, object standing. Good enough. Ledger open, boots on deck. Salt writes numbers on my neck. Every wave submits a claim for loss, for gain, for blame. I mark the wind as variable, storms as acts of God. The horizon won't sign anything, but it nods. Columns sway, ink runs brave. Nothing balances by behaving. I audit the sea, line by line. Every treasure, every wreck found on time. If chaos wants a witness, I'll be. I audit the sea. Captain laughs, says good luck, luck. Maps curl up, compasses shrug. A siren sings depreciation of certainty. I count the hours ships go missing as inventory, and mark the silence afterward as liability. Risk is on it when it's loud. I audit the sea. No appeal, you blur to form the balance. She learns how to roam. I sign my name in pencil it, then wash my hands of red and red. Some totals won't be reconciled, they just repeat. Accuracy ends where water begins. I audit the sea and call it fair. What can't be counted still leaves a mark somewhere. If order ever asks forgiveness, it's me. I audit the sea. Books close, waves continue. Unqualified opinion. Late train, window seat, headphones on, nothing plays. I chose the option no one picks. At checkout, it just says wait. The city blurs its mouth, tries to sell me noise. I decline every offer. I paid extra for the silence. No refund, no receipt, just the hum of moving forward underneath my feet. The quiet costs a little more, I'll pay it every time. I paid extra for the silence. Notifications line up like they practice this. I swipe past the urgency, don't miss it. The carriage rocks in neutral, a language I can't speak. Between the stops, I finally hear myself think. Attention is expensive. I paid extra for the silence. Skip the view, didn't need another screen telling me what to do with pieces hidden in the upgrades. No surprise, I paid extra for the silence. No chorus, no crowd, no explanation out loud. If something matters, it survives. Without volume, without a sign. By arrival, nothing's changed except my pace. I step off lighter than I boarded, same place. They announce delays and reasons I don't stay. I walk into the space I bought and keep it that way. Stillness is a service. I paid extra for the silence, and it worked. Didn't fix the world, just made it hurt less. If calm is never complimentary, that's fine. I paid extra for the silence. Field goes quiet before the crows. Dawn smells like iron, grain. Boots stop where the fence gives up. Someone's walking my way. Straw listens better than I do, but eyes don't blink. The wind rehearses my excuses and the corn's drying. Nothing moves, everything watches. The scarecrow learned my name. Didn't ask me why I came. It's stood there holding weather like a promise with no claim. If witness is the kind of care that doesn't need to say. Scarecrow, the scarecrow learned my name. Sleeves stitched with last year's shirts, arms pointing nowhere fast. He's good at guarding what's already gone and letting futures pass. Crows negotiate with distance, decide to leave it be. I stand where roads forget themselves and something looks like me. Protection isn't force, it's presence. The scarecrow learned my name. By the way, I didn't run. By the way, I stayed to listen till the morning came. If courage is a quiet job that no one's paid, a scarecrow learned my name. Count the rows, count the years, count the fears that didn't eat. Stand still, let the field finish speaking. By noon the work resumed, tractors hum their true. The scarecrow keeps his post like it always knew. I lead without a handshake, no sign, no proof, just lighter than I ride and rooted too. Some lessons grow sideways. The scarecrow learned my name, and I won't explain why being seen by something that can't change me. If watching is enough to keep me brave, the scarecrow learned my Leftover ice on the counter, midnight light, window cracked. I wasn't thinking about anyone, just trying to relax. A place set down, a chair pulled out, habit without a plan. The room felt fuller than before, I didn't ask. Some presents arrived quietly. I fed the ghost by accident. Didn't mean to invite, they didn't speak, they didn't move. Just stay the night. If memory eats when you're not looking, that explains. I fed the ghost by accident. Yeah. Photographs on the fridge door, magnets holding years, a laugh I don't remember learning, rings in my ears. I swear the air leaned closer when the spoon hit the plate, like something thanked me for being late. The past isn't gone, it's hungry, and I fed the ghost by accident. Nothing broke, they didn't want my attention, just a place to go. If letting go requires a witness, I remain. I fed the ghost by accident. One bite left behind, not for me, not for time. If I clear the table now, they'll still know. Morning finds a dish is cold. Chair back where it belongs. I'm lighter than I was last night, but not wrong. Some meals aren't about hunger or relief. They're about admitting who still eats with me. Haunting isn't fear, it's familiarity. I fed the ghost by accident. I won't apologize if the dead needs something living. Let it be kind. I'll wash the plate. I'll keep the night contained. I fed the ghost by accident. Table clear, room quiet, not empty. Street signs disappear polite. Wide erases every plan. My breath comes back unanswered, like it doesn't understand. Boots argue with the sidewalk. Each step a softer sound. The city folds into itself and leaves me unaccounted. Cold doesn't rush, it waits. I lost my voice in a snowstorm. It fell into the white. Every word I try to keep turned into light. If silence has a temperature, this is it. I lost my voice in a snowstorm. Phones glow brave but useless. Maps forget the name. Windows blur the inside life. Outside stays the same. I mouth the sentence to the wind. It takes it as a joke. My throat remembers heat, but won't invoke. Being heard is seasonal. I lost my voice in the snows. Didn't fight it back. Something sounds truer when they crack. If meaning needs a witness, I exist. I lost my voice in a snowstorm. Every thought moves in snow. If I shout, nothing moves. If I listen, I do. By morning clouds rewrite the street footprints. Learn to fade. I find my voice in pieces. Not the way I left it. It's quieter but warmer. Fits me better now. Volume isn't power, presence is. I lost my voice in a snowstorm and gain a tone that doesn't need to travel far to feel like home. If I speak less than before, that's a gift. I lost my voice in a snowstorm. Snow settled. Returns. Different voices. Stamp days, screaming yesterday, ink still warm with blame. I walked past days I could have gone and chose a long way. Pages bent where I stayed too long. Paragraphs learned my name. Due dates pretend, yeah, they're neutral. I return the library book late on purpose. Let the fine say what I would, and some stories don't end when you're done. They end when they're ready. I return the library book late on purpose. The ending didn't need me yet, so I waited inside it. Margins filled with borrowed thoughts, I didn't hide it. The librarian smiled like she knew exactly what I meant. Time is strict until it isn't. I returned the library book late on purpose. Paid in coins and calm if knowledge costs a little guilt. I'll take it on if learning means overstaying, that's worth it. I One more night, under the lamp. One more chapter off the map. If rules bend for anything, let it be. Understand it. Receipt folded like a truce. Between me and the shelf, I walked out lighter than before. Still full of something else. The story stays where it belongs. I don't. Completion isn't ownership, it's contact. I return the library purpose, and I do it again. Some truths need extra time to settle in. If wisdom asks for patience, I rehearse it. I return the book reshelf. Thoughts overdue, worth it. Book reshelved, thoughts overdue.
Chair scrape back like a warning sign. Lights get nervous overhead. A sentence sends the room decides what it's allowed to feel instead. Hands hover, unsure, and sound becomes expected. Silence leans forward like it knows the cue. Someone reset the gravity of applause. It doesn't fall the way it used to. Claps drift sideways, miss the mark, land on something untrue. If approval had a way, we change the laws. Someone reset the gravity of applause. Smiles arrive a second late, borrowed from a safer time. Every cheer feels calibrated to avoid the borderline. I hear my name like it's a test I didn't study for. Recognition is a posture. Someone reset the gravity of applause. It floats then disappears. Praise used to hit my chest, now it passes through my ears. If celebration needs a reason, I don't pause. Someone reset the gravity of applause. Count it out, 1, 2, 3. Not too loud, not too free. If you clap, mean it less. If you don't, explain it. Afterward, the room exhales, returns the chairs to square. Someone says you did great, like that's a place to stand. And not accept the echo without believing it. Validation is optional, someone reset the gravity of applause, and I'm still here, learning how to finish things without the cheer. If my hands are the only ones that ever pause, someone reset the gravity of applause.
Boots on the porch, sky still gray. Coffee talks me into day. Horizon yawns, slips a grin. I swing the rope and count to 10. Dust wakes up the rooster's lies, saying morning way too early. Hold your breath, feel the pull. I lasso the sunrise just to see if light will listen back to me. When the night won't loosen its disguise, I lasso the sunrise. Clouds play cards with open hands. Wind signs names and shifting sand. Every promise needs a try. Every try needs open sky. I miss once, then miss again. Laugh it off and swing it higher. Timing's not truth. I lasso the sunrise, loose and wide. Didn't catch it clean, but I caught the ride. If hope won't stay still, neither will I. Lasso the sunrise. Spin the rope, don't aim small. Let it arc over. If it slips, let it run. Daybreak's not something one. Gold spills out across the hills. Nothing signed, nothing built. I coil the rope, the light moves on like it was never meant to belong. I walk with day, not ahead. Sun on my back, quiet grin. Beginnings are borrowed. I lasso the sunrise. For a while, didn't keep it, just a smile. If morning asked would change my mind, I lasso the Crack in the sidewalk, gavel of dirt. A circle forms without a word. Sun pins shadows to the ground. Tiny boots make almost down. Breadcrumb agenda, grain by grain. Attendance taken by the rain. Order emerges from patience. The ants held a meeting at noon. No speeches, no applause. They voted with direction. They trusted motion over laws. Progress is collective, it starts soon. The ants held a meeting at noon. skips a leg, another reroutes, nothing said. Consensus hums and pheromone, a logic older than a throne. They split the load, they don't debate. The sugar moves, the doubts obey. Leadership rotates by need. The ants held a meeting at noon. I watched from up above. They didn't argue outcomes, they adjusted love. Wisdom is distributed in small amounts. The ants held a meeting at noon. No minutes, no chair, no credit, shared air. When one slips to return, when paths cross they learn. By dust the sidewalk looks the same, as if nothing ever changed. But sweetness crossed the border and hunger changed its name. I step away careful now to not adjourn the how. Results don't announce, they arrive. The ants held a meeting at noon and finished by 3. What move wasn't policy, it was necessity. If I need a better method, I know where to tune. The ants held a meeting at noon. Crack closes, traffic present, decision stands. Decision stands. Streetlight hums, the pavement waits. My feet move first, my thoughts are late. I pass a wall that knows my shape, or used to anyway. Tonight the angles don't align, something trails me out of time. I stop, it doesn't. The shadow forgot its script, didn't follow when I turned. All the rules I trusted suddenly unlearned. If I'm only who I think I am, when I'm lit, the shadow forgot its script. I wave a hand, it hesitates, like it's busy being late. It stretches thin, then cuts away, refuses to translate. I laugh it off, then slow my pace. Curiosity is weight, control feels fragile in silhouette. The shadow forgot its script, started improvising me. Every move I didn't plan became a possibility. If reflection's just a habit, I can't quit. The shadow forgot its script. Step left, it stays. Step back, it strays. If it won't repeat my lines, I'll write new ones anyway. Who leads, who learns, which part bends, which part burns. By the river lights collapse into pieces on the black eye. Walk ahead, it finds its way, late but intact. Maybe it needed distance first to understand the part following isn't fate, it's a grieving. Shadow forgot a script, but it can't